Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft Season 11. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a fantastic day. We are here in the future site of the shopping district. Gem's Bridge and sort of the main hub portal is right there. Mumbo's off in that way. And then here we have two shops that have already been thrown up. This is Jevon's shop where he's selling sponges and I believe Hearts of the Sea. And then this is Impulse's book store. At least I think it's Impulse. Today, the first thing that I want to do is open up a rocket shop. I want to put all of that sugarcane and gunpowder to use that we spent the last couple episodes building farms for. And this seems like a pretty good place to do it. It's not going to be a very big footprint at all. It shouldn't take up a ton of space. I think I'll probably just put it right about here. And that way we can start selling rockets to all the people on the server, and especially right at the moment when people are just sort of getting elytra initially and there's not a super reliable source of gunpowder for everybody and stuff like that. I think they're going to sell like hotcakes. So let me get this store built real quick, and then we'll get it opened up. All right, my friends, the rocket shop is built, stocked, and opened up. Nothing fancy. This is really just meant to be sort of a very temporary, almost kind of like a pop-up shop like we did last season. Eventually, I will tear this down and rebuild it with something that's a lot more detailed and involved. But for now, my goal was really just to get this thing up and running because the hermits need rockets. And, you know, the sooner that becomes available for everyone, the easier it will be on everyone. So yeah, it is up and running. We've got all of our chests stocked and good to go. And I'm going to sell rockets for 1 diamond per stack, at least to start out with. May raise or lower that later, depending on how they're selling and all that kind of stuff. But for now, I think that's a good starting point. You know, 1 diamond per stack is just such an easy price to work with. You don't have to do any math in your head. It always lines up perfectly, and there's something really satisfying about opening a chest and just seeing a diamond in every slot. So anyway, that is the rocket shop good to go. Now on to the next project. The time has come to start building the castle. I think we're going to start with the keep, sort of the main biggest structure that's going to be sort of the visual focal point of everything. And I've laid out kind of where the foundation is going to go here. But I do think that in order to get in the mood, a little bit of a skin change might just be in order. There we go. Much better. Thanks, huge thank you to Heliconian who made this for me. It looks fantastic. I am now Wells Samurai, I guess, or something like that. I don't know. Either way, let's start working on the castle. All right, my friends. Progress update, and I have the outline of the castle keep all done. Looking good. So this is a technique I like to use. I call it wireframing. I've heard it called a couple different things, but basically what you do is you just sort of do the outline. And it's great for sort of getting the shape right and the scale right, how big you want it to be and what shape you want it to be, without worrying about block palette or details or any of that kind of stuff. Because if you can make it look reasonably good with just the outline, then it's going to look really good once you actually have a proper block palette and fill in the details and all of that kind of good stuff. So this is basically what we're going for. We're going to have our base foundation down here. And this is also where the storage room is going to go. It's going to go in the basement of the castle, essentially. And then I am planning to use pale oak here for most of the walls. And then I'm planning to have black stone for the outline of the roof, but then the actual main part of the roof itself, this bit in between, will be oxidized copper and dark prismarine is kind of what I'm thinking. But you can see this thing looks pretty good. From a distance, it gives sort of the shape that we want and the scale that we want. If we were to come way over here and look at it from like kind of near the shopping district and Scars area, you can see looks good from a distance as well. I'm really happy with it. So now the next thing that we need to do is fill in all the walls and the floors and a lot of those kind of major blocks. Not so much the details yet, that'll come afterwards, but we got to get this all filled in. We have essentially made the coloring book. Now we need to color inside the lines.
Where are we going?
I don't know exactly. I'm very lost with this road.
Oh, this is just a village. The actual road is this way.
Oh, okay. That I was very confused.
Yeah, Joel has not yet made his road, so take it up with him.
I see. Have you scolded him yet?
No, I need to, though.
You probably should.
I scolded Pearl and she immediately made a tunnel.
I know, but Pearl's really easy to bully into doing things.
Are you easy to bully into doing things?
It depends on what the things are.
Ah.
If it's something that, like, sounds fun, then, like, sure. If it's something that sounds not fun, then good luck.
I see.
Like, I'm trying to bully Pearl into making a diagonal bridge.
Oh, she will.
I know. I know, it's great.
100% she will. The conversation's better when we're both horseback riding.
This is true. I forget that, like, there are people who have just decided not to get Elytra yet.
Hey, we're only 4 weeks in.
I mean, but if you were to, like, check your statistics right now, Gem.
Uh-huh.
What do you think your playtime would be?
I don't know. Time played. 5.27 days.
Yep. So you are over 100 hours into this world.
Yep.
And still grounded.
Yeah. Isn't it great? Riley thinks it's great.
I think he's scolding you, actually. I don't know if you're fluent in dog, but that definitely sounds like scolding to me.
No. Riley thinks I'm fantastic.
Well, that he does. He does think you're great.
Is this the right path, or did we need to turn?
I don't know. You're the one who made the roads. Don't ask me.
Your house.
All right. The walls are filled in, and we have what now resembles a large white blob with some roof lines on it. So not looking great at the moment, but once we get our detailing done, this thing is really going to come together and start looking awesome. Before I can do the detailing, though, I have a lot of resources to gather. So, yep, time for a bit of grinding. A few hours later, and I think I have everything I need to detail the castle in these shulker boxes. It's going to be a big project. Let's get to it. I don't even want to talk about how long this took, but it is done and I love it so much. It's so good. I'm so happy with how this turned out. This is our castle. I believe the proper terminology for a castle keep is, in Japanese, I think it's called a tenshu, if I remember correctly. But essentially, this is sort of the main, most impressive visual focal point of what will ultimately be our large mega base that sort of spans the whole area. And it worked out great. So the plan is we're going to put our storage room here in the basement, which is something I desperately need to do because at the moment, our storage situation is an absolute disaster. Basically, all of my chests in the storehouse are full. I have shulker boxes spread all over the place over here because I can't fit them in my chests. And then even my ender chest has some overflow. I'm just out of space. So we need to build a storage room ASAP, and we're going to actually do that here pretty quickly. But storage room is going to go in the basement. The main gate is going to be right here, or the main entrance to the castle, I guess you would say. It's not really a gate, but we're going to have a staircase that kind of leads down to a courtyard right here. And then I think the storage room is going to be accessible from here. I think we're going to put a door that leads into kind of the basement. And that's where all of our storage stuff will be. And then each floor, the floor is obviously interior, not done right now. We just have empty spaces. But as far as the detailing goes, we started with that kind of stripped pale oak log background or canvas, if you will. And then to detail it out, we added a whole bunch of trim with the stripped spruce logs. We used a lot of the dark oak shelves to give us some more sort of highlights in a different color, as well as some buttons, some birch trapdoors, carved out windows, all that kind of good stuff. And I think it turned out really, really well. For our roof, we went with the polished blackstone. And one important note here is that the underside of the roof, I slabbed and or staired to cover up the teal. Because I only wanted the teal to be visible from the top. It looked a little bit funny when you were looking at it from below and you could see teal, but this looks much, much better. The roof, we're going with warped planks here, although this is actually going to change. I'm eventually going to texture the roof and use a combination of warped planks, dark prismarine, and possibly oxidized copper blocks as well. But at the moment, I don't have a lot of dark prismarine, nor oxidized copper blocks. So for the time being, it's going to be warped planks, but we'll change that later and make it a little bit more detailed than it is right now. This is kind of like a good enough to get by sort of situation. It's a temporary measure. We will clean it up in the future. But yeah, looks great. And then up once we get to the top floor, there's kind of like a wraparound balcony here. That I think is also pretty cool. You know, if you were the lord of the castle, you could step out onto your balcony and look out over all of your domain. So yeah, this is the castle. It turned out great. I'm super, super happy with it. But now, as I said, we got to remedy our storage situation. So what that's going to involve is a few different things. Obviously, we need to build the storage room. Of course, to fix your storage, you need a storage room. But also, these cows all got to get murderized. We got to build sort of a retaining wall and platform that this castle is going to sit on so that you can get into the storage room. We got to build our entrance. Probably we'll do the staircase up here while I'm at it. And we're going to get kind of a courtyard area over here as well. I'm not going to go super hard on detailing all of that, but before I get the storage room up and going, we got some stuff to do. Did I spook you?
Scared the heck out of me. I'm fine. How are you this fine evening?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. How about yourself?
Fantastic, Will. Fantastic, Wills.
Anytime.
Okay. What can I help you with?
No, nothing.
Looking to buy some potatoes?
Actually, I'm good. I'm good on potatoes. I got bacon.
Oh, okay, fair.
The superior food, for sure.
Yeah, I've heard that the pork choppin' is the only thing you need to be shopping for.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not selling this stuff.
I'm not either. I just like bacon.
Yeah, they can come up with their own motto.
Exactly. You know what this pier needs?
What?
You need a banana stand. There's always money in the banana stand, Joe. There's always money in the banana stand.
That's actually the inspiration for the potato palapa.
Oh, so it's the potato stand instead of a banana stand. You were planning to have like different like sets and stuff in the back, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So in through here, I'm gonna have this set up kind of like a Saturday Night Live style theater, where you would have seats in the center and then just a bunch of different sets built around the seats. You know what I mean? So that you could film like, okay, we might have a fake late night talk show set over there, or a parody news set here. Over here, we've got a subway car or a restaurant or something, different things where you can film stuff.
Cool.
I'm trying to put out this next episode, but I keep looking at it and going like, but if I just spend 4 more hours on it, it'll look so much clearer what I'm trying to accomplish here.
Yeah. I have the opposite. I've been having the opposite problem where I spent like 60 hours on the castle, and I'm like, surely that will be enough for an episode. And then I actually like edited down all the footage, and I'm like, I've got 7 minutes in a time lapse.
Yeah.
How do I artificially extend this episode so it reaches a reasonable length?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there anything you need to bother me for that would be?
What do you think I've been doing this entire time, Joe? I'm totally not artificially extending my episode length right now.
Oh no, you got me.
I have been plugging away at the castle in the storage room. We got our stairs in place leading up to the main castle keep. Nothing fancy at all, just something simple to get the job done. But then down here in the storage room area, the cellar of the castle basically, we've got the start of our storage room. We have all the chests in place. We just need to kind of detail it and make it look pretty. And then, of course, I need to label the chests and get all of my items and stuff like that moved in. Probably we'll have to carve out a little area as well for sort of a crafting station, where we put like a crafting bench and a stone cutter and an ender chest and et cetera, et cetera. But it's coming together. We're certainly making progress. Looking at reference images of Japanese castles, specifically the basements of Japanese castles, it looks like usually the ceilings are pretty flat, but with sort of cross-beam like supports holding it up. So that's kind of what we're going to try to emulate. We're going to take... I might use the stripped dark oak logs like we used here for this sort of central support pillar, and then for the framing around the chests. But I might also use stripped spruce or something else. I haven't really decided. I'm going to play around with a few different things. But basically, we're going to have cross-beam supports sort of framing out the roof, giving it a little bit more visual interest so we get some depth up there. And just kind of, tweaking it and making it look pretty. And then we need to do texture variation and stuff on the floor as well, because right now this is pretty flat and boring, and that's not great either. So making tons of progress. Storage room is coming along, but still have a lot left to do.
Oh, you got it done?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, no. You did all the details and stuff?
Yep. The whole exterior is all finished.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. It might be my favorite thing I've ever built, Etho. It's so good. I'm so happy with it.
Should I swing by?
Yeah, if you'd like to.
Okay. I'm going to get my donkey.
I got to get one of these donkeys.
Yeah, I got spares if you need one.
Yeah, I'm donkeyless. I've got like 2 horses, and they're both. I need to run them through your speed tester thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a feeling they're
your
not.
Horses, you mean?
Yeah.
This is a good one if you want it. He took off. Give this guy a try. Tell me what you think of him.
Yeah, this is way faster than the horses.
Yeah, they should be pretty good.
All right.
2 of the castle.
Yeah, I gotta figure out where the road is. I think it's this way somewhere.
We can test out your parkour skills with the donkey this way.
Oh. They're even worse than my parkour skills without the donkey.
Can you get down the mountain without dying?
Without dying? That I think I can manage. Without taking damage, that might be a little bit more tricky. Well, that's water.
Nice.
Didn't realize there was going to be a big water stream halfway down. That made things a little bit easier. It hasn't loaded for you yet because you haven't been over to load those chunks, but I can see it from that distance, and so good.
Have you just been going around the server, different spots, admiring it?
Maybe.
I do that too, you know. It's when you got something you're proud of, you got to enjoy it.
Yep. I'm pretty happy with it. So I have indeed just been kind of doing the thing where I look at it from one angle, I look at it from Pearl's base, and then I go over to Scar's base, and I look at it from Scar's base.
All right, it's going to pop in any second. Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Ooh. Boy, that's big.
It is indeed rather large. Yep.
That's cool. Interestingly, you can't see too much of the blue like from down low, though. It kind of got blocked a bit.
Yeah, which was intentional. It looked a little funky being able to see the warped planks on the roof from below. It was a little too stripey, I guess.
Oh yeah,
because it was only like one block.
Look.
So I decided to sort of cover up that part from the bottom. And then when you're looking at it from either the sky, if you're flying, or if you're looking at it from far enough away, you can see the little pops of the cyan.
Are you keeping the windows open like that, or are you putting something behind, or
no? They're going to be
like
open. There's going to be obviously eventually I'll do an interior. Not today though, because that'll be like that'll probably be like 3 episodes by itself, like just the interior of the castle. It's rather spacious inside.
Do you have plans on like what's going to make people come to the castle, I guess is the question.
I don't know yet.
Or are you doing purely decorative?
Purely decorative for now.
Yeah.
Eventually there's going to be this whole biome will be like the city / town around the castle. Mm-hmm. So there'll be a bunch of different, you see how we're kind of standing on a platform right now?
Yeah.
There's going to be a bunch of like retaining walls for all these platforms to sort of divide the whole area up into small chunks, right?
Yeah, so there'll be like a wall on the right here, wall on the left.
Yep, there'll be like a wall here, and then here would be in like a new platform, or maybe like the garden is over here or something like that.
Yeah.
So it'll be good. We'll have like houses and
you're doing a
gardens
lot of little houses like this then?
Yeah, a lot of little houses, a lot of gardens, and maybe there'll be like a temple somewhere and an armory. The goal is to build up a whole like castle complex where there's the main keep here, but then there's the whole, infrastructure around it.
Yeah.
So
the main and then all the village stuff around.
Yeah, exactly. The storage room is finished, and man, am I so glad to have this finally up and running and functional. All I need to do at this point is actually move the items in here and label the chests and stuff like that, but that'll be something I do between episodes, I think. As far as the design, we went with the stripped dark oak logs for the crossbeams. I did lower the ceiling in a couple of spots just to bring that in line with the beams a bit. We went with pale oak shelves kind of nested in here just for a little bit of extra detail. And then as far as lighting goes, we hung some lanterns from the ceiling and hid some lighting under some of these pale oak or these pale moss carpets. Some texture variation in the floor, big central support beam, which was actually a thing. There's a term for it. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but basically, it was very common in traditional Japanese architecture for big, tall buildings to have this big sort of chonky central support pillar to help protect the building from earthquakes. That way the building could shake a little bit. It could kind of sway. So if you think back to like Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver and Sprout Tower, where there's the big central support beam, that's actually a real thing that was based in reality. So yeah, that's why we have that here. But yeah, this is the storage room. I'm happy with it. The castle itself is looking lovely. Oh man, this is one project that I am quite happy to have finished. And honestly, this might be one of my favorite things that I have ever built. I do need to do something about spawn-proofing the roof, though, because it's fine. That is a tomorrow Wells problem, not a today Wells problem. Guys, we are very much out of time for this episode. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.